Welcome back to Board Woodworking. I'm Derek, and now that Thanksgiving is over, we can finally start making Christmas ornaments. Today we're going to be building a popsicle stick sled ornament. And now, before you start rolling your eyes and making comments like, seriously? I made those back when I was a little kid with my grandma. I thought this was supposed to be a woodworking channel. Hey, there's wood, there's glue, there's sandpaper. Oh yeah, and I used my scroll saw. Did you use one of those when you made them with Grandma? I didn't think so. So sit back, enjoy. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna kind of lay these popsicle sticks out in some semblance of a sled. Maybe something like that. Use these other popsicle sticks here to as spacers. Alright, now that should give me a general idea. I'll pull a measurement off there. Looks like about 2 1/4. Using that 2 1/4 inch measurement, I sketched that out real quick. These are going to be the slats on my sled. Basically it's going to be a template so I can cut them on the scroll saw. Alright, well let's cut these out and get them glued to the popsicle sticks. Now I'll go cut those on the scroll saw. Before we turn on the scroll saw, let's talk safety for just a little bit. In this ornament I'm using popsicle sticks to preserve the nostalgia of being a kid building ornaments out of popsicle sticks and the like. But by doing so, your fingers are going to be in fairly close proximity to the scroll saw blade. A lot of people aren't going to be comfortable with that, and if you're not, don't do it. Do something, buy something like this. This is a 24 by 12 inch piece of 3mm craft plywood. They also come in a variety of sizes, but 12 by 12 I think is the smallest and will work great for this project. Glue your pattern on here, cut it out. It'll keep your fingers well away from the scroll saw blade. And when it's finished, you know, it'll be a little bit thicker than a popsicle stick, but you won't even be able to tell. Like I said, I'm going to use the popsicle sticks, but if you're not comfortable doing that, use the craft plywood. Let's get started on that ornament. Alright, so I got the 5 slats cut now. I used the sanding block, just kind of rounded over the sharper edges here, just soften them a bit. And you lay this all out now. You get the general idea. It should resemble a sled top. Now that I got the top slats made, the next step is to make the cross pieces and the runners underneath. So, as you can see here, I sketched out a runner and a cross piece on a couple popsicle sticks. Now if you'll notice, I had to make the runner, a regular popsicle stick wasn't going to be big enough, I decided. So I got one of those popsicle sticks that come in the dilly bars from Dairy Queen. Now I can hear you, you're like, oh no, I got to run to Dairy Queen and get a couple dilly bars. You know, what can I say? We all got to suffer for our work. Sorry. Anyway. So like I said, I didn't think a small enough popsicle stick wasn't going to be big enough, so I put that on the bigger popsicle stick, and then I made the cross piece on the smaller popsicle stick. Now, I'm going to need 2 of these pieces. It's just that I don't think I'm a good enough sketcher to have them match up that well. So I'm just going to take these 2 over there, cut them, and then once I get them cut out, I'm going to trace them onto popsicle sticks, and hopefully I can get a little better match set that way. Alright, let's get to it. All right, so I got one runner and one cross piece cut out now. And I can already hear what you're saying. You're looking at that tab on the cross piece and the slot and the runner, and you're wondering, is he actually cutting joinery for an ornament? What? You didn't put joinery in that one you made with Grandma? Of course I'm putting joinery in there. This is a woodworking channel after all. So as you can see, this will just slide down in there just like that. So now all I need to do, I need one more of each of those. So I'm just gonna trace this. Right. Now I'll go cut them, and we should have enough pieces to assemble the base. Now we'll just glue it together. I'm going to use super glue, but wood glue would work fine. While I wait for the super glue to cure on the base of that sled, I'm going to go ahead and cut the last part I need. And that's going to be this cross piece that's used for steering on a real sled. Now this is the same pattern that I used to cut the slats. I just made a copy of it and then drew this steering part in. So I'm going to cut that out, glue it to popsicle stick real quick. Now I'm just going to take a sanding block and just kind of soften some of these edges a little bit. There we go, that should work. Okay, the super glue seems to be pretty well cured, so now I'm just going to take a sanding block and just kind of sand them down. There's a little bit of super glue there dried on. Nub sticks out just a little bit on that one. Just going to sand everything flush here. Now if I was going to paint this all one color, we could just go ahead and glue everything up now and then spray it with some paint or hand paint it or whatever. I think though for this one I'm going to do the base one color and the slats I'm just going to leave as a natural wood color. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this base now. So as you can see, I went and I spray painted this base blue. I did about 4 or 5 coats of lacquer on the slats. So we are now ready to glue this together. I'm going to be using this Weld Bond. This is the glue that Steve Ramsey really promotes. I tried it out and works well, especially on deals like this where one surface is painted or both surfaces. So you don't need a lot. I'm just going to squirt a little on an envelope here. I'm using a toothpick to apply, just even though this glue dries clear, I don't want a lot of squeeze out, so alright, I'll let them 2 outside ones set up for a little bit. Once they kind of dry, then I can put the spacers in and not have to worry about them moving around too much. So we'll give that, oh I don't know, 20 minutes or so to dry. Alright, now we'll go ahead and put the next 2 on. Got a couple extra popsicle sticks here that I'm going to use for spacers. That looks about right. Yeah, let that dry. Now we'll put this cross piece on. One thing I want to show you here that I didn't record, I put them notches at the end so that you can tie a string around there. And all I did is I just used the edge of a sanding block like that and just rubbed it back and forth. It doesn't take much, just a little bit. Now that the glue is dry, all we have to do is add a string. And voila, our ornament is done. Well, there we go. A nice little ornament that even Grandma can appreciate. If you're interested in building one of your own, I will include the pattern in an Instructable. It isn't quite finished yet, but as soon as I get it completed, I will put a link in the description below. Thanks for watching.